And it's interesting when we think back, a couple of factors. One is what really started this ball rolling in terms of changing the dynamic of cyber insurance was the NotPetya attack.
Mm.
And what was interesting about that was you one of the fight around nation state, which is a whole different topic for another day that can take hours and hours and never get really anywhere in terms of solving that question. But the larger one being just the the dramatic impact it had across organizations and how it really caused a complete standstill. And one of them was the European division of FedEx. And they were down for a long time, like down to pencil and paper. And
Mm.
they didn't have cyber insurance at the time. And their answer was, well, gosh, it was really expensive. So imagine in 2017 when an organization is having that conversation. Now, that's a very different conversation, and I think they're insured now. But their view was, we're not a technology company, which I found shocking, right? Because there's this view for many organizations that I, by definition, am not a technology company, but technology is an enabler for everything that you do as an organization. I have to sign the
Mm.
little thingy that gets me my package. And that's not considered being a technology company. And so what I think a lot of organizations need to understand is that, especially post COVID, digital transformation all the way down to micro businesses has completely accelerated. And in fact, organizations that are below 1,000 employees now are accelerating digital transformation faster than the Fortune 1000.
Mhm.
And how do we help them be prepared, because they don't have the same level of security staff and support to be able to manage through that. And that also, organizations of that size, they're about 51% of the US GDP right now. So that's half of our GDP is generated by organizations who are moving faster to an online presence to conduct business because they learned that they had to. They have no choice. And so, how do we support those types of organizations who need to accelerate the adoption, but will definitely create gaps because of the speed at which they are adopting these technologies?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question, and I think carriers have already started to foment this as in those standards. And I think whether you're talking about next gen antivirus, endpoint detection and response, managed detection and response, segmentation technologies, and zero trust, multi-factor authentication, it's transforming, just like on the, to your point, the digital transformation side, on the operations, delivery, and fulfillment and logistics side of businesses. But the security side is kind of following suit. Everybody needs X, right? You all need kind of the same standard controls that measurably and demonstratably put you in a position to tamp down and detect threats earlier and be able to respond to them. And that is kind of the same impetus that is driving that side of the discussion that we're seeing in the business side with like e-commerce platforms and all the different digital transformation journeys that small and micro businesses go through as well.